Hey guys, welcome into today's video. Today we're gonna be testing some hot new makeup releases, some from the drugstore, some indie, and then some that are a little bit more high-end, and then one new foundation release that I'm a little bit late on, but I knew I wanted to test it and I just haven't placed an order with Ulta in a while, so I didn't get my hands on it, but I'm thinking that it's getting pretty positive reviews. So I wanna test this out. Plus I have a giveaway for you guys today. So you guys kind of know the drill. I tell you what's on today's agenda that we're gonna be testing out. I'm gonna be telling you guys what we're doing for the giveaway, and then I'll put timestamps in the description box in case you guys want to skip ahead to any particular thing. So let's do it. Let's talk about the stuff that we're going to be testing today. I'm actually really excited because I've been curating my purchases a lot more lately so that I'm picking out things that I like. So it's kind of taking me a little bit longer maybe to pick up some of the newer releases because I'm like, do I want it? Do I not want it? Can I live without it? That sort of thing. But I did get sent this in PR that I'm very excited about. If you guys are new to my channel and haven't heard me talk about this, like I'm in love with Dee Signature because I think Dee the sweetest. Plus one of her palettes was my favorite last year, the Ultimate Cappuccino palette, and she added me to her PR list. So I feel like I want to feature a lot of her new releases that she's setting in PR on my channel. So this is the Chromebook. This is volume 2. She did have volume 1 come out. I believe it was last year. It's also back in stock. I'll throw up a picture in case you guys are interested in seeing it. I don't know how the color story differs, but we're going to be playing with this guy today, and I'll combine it with another palette for the mattes because this Chromebook is a strictly shimmer palette. Then for the foundation, which is the little bit of the older release, it's from Maybelline. It's the Superstay 30-Hour Lumi Matte Foundation. Maybelline makes some really good foundations, but not just that. Luminous matte foundations are my favorite, but Maybelline has a tendency to make their formulas thinner and they wear really well. They don't break down funny, so I have really good luck with Maybelline skin products. Again, from the drugstore, I picked up this from Essence. I think there were a couple of color correctors that launched at the drugstore, but this one looked the best. The Correct and Conceal Under Eye Brightening Concealer. I'm kind of trying to find an alternative to the KARIM, which I personally like because I'm like super duper fair skinned. Plus I think I have a coolish undertone. So I feel like super light pinks really work for me. I like the KARIM. That's my personal opinion. I think it's been sold out for a while for good reason. And then I picked this up from About Face. Recently I've been getting into testing a lot of new powders where I'm usually not super adventurous with powders, but this one's called the Curtain Call Set and Smooth Loose Powder. And I think she came out with like a bunch of different shades. This one's in Bow or Bow, I don't know. And then also from Ulta, oh my gosh, I've been wanting these since I saw that they were coming out and I went to Ulta in store. They only had these 2 shades in stock. Okay, so I picked them both up and they were not the shades that I wanted. The Gloss Bomb Sticks, the High-Shimmer Gloss Sticks. Look at these delicious little shimmery colors. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I actually tried one of these on. I think it was Flamingo Fling. Oh, so good. The Gloss Bomb Sticks from last year were some of my absolute favorites. And then when I saw she was coming out with a shimmery one, guys, I'm all about the glitter inside of lip products as long as they're not grainy and weird. So anyway, I wanted the one that was in like Riri, I think, but that was totally sold out. And these were literally the last 2 boxes. So we'll test these, but I can already tell you they're lovely. Then I picked up one of the new highlighters from NYX, the Buttermelt highlighter, and I got the pink shade in You Better Work. I've been loving pink highlighters. And then from Juvia's Place, the Blush Cream Blush. That's what's on today's agenda, you guys. Let's get into talking about the giveaway. So this company, Bon Parfumeur, is how I think it's pronounced. They had reached out to me last year and asked me if they could send one of their holiday collection gift sets. And they were like, no strings attached. You can just get this gift set and talk about it if you want. This set goes in and out during holiday seasons. They've brought it back several times. It's not currently in stock right now, but this is some of their most popular perfumes, kind of in a perfumery sense where you get the little sheet. They go in florals and then there's the musky ones and then they have the citrus scents. And it just seems like a really good way to test some of their scents out. And I was gonna do a dedicated video on this, but I just ran out of time. And then somehow I got sent a second box. So I do want to do a giveaway for you guys to give you this whole set. I'm just gonna ship it out. I will pay for the shipping, so nothing is needed from you guys except your address, which I will get, and you will be contacted by me in the comments on YouTube. So look out for that. If you guys are a winner, please just like go to your original comment to see if I have replied. But really, to enter the giveaway, you guys just have to be subscribed to my channel and list in the comments below what is your favorite video that I've posted. That's kind of all I can think of to do. I thought that that would be fun too. But please just look out in the comments for notification that you're the winner. The way that I'm gonna pick is I'm just going to let my husband kind of randomly choose. That's how I did it last time, and I feel like that works works because he has no bias in picking the winner. Anyway, if you are interested in this, you guys just leave in the comments below what is your favorite video that I posted. Now let's get into testing some of this new makeup. Not some of it, all of the new makeup, Carrie. All right, I thought just to be fair, we would swatch the entire Chromebook, even though I'm only gonna end up using one of the shimmers. So this is available right now on her site. I think it launched just yesterday. As I'm filming this is Saturday the 15th, so I think this came out March the 14th, so this is available. I do not have a discount code or an affiliation with her. She just sends me these in PR, but there are other content creators that do, so if I like can find one, I'll just like post it in the description box. I didn't try Chromebook Volume 1. I meant to pick it up, but I didn't. Oh, this one does have 3 mattes at the bottom. Oh, that's lovely. So we're gonna end up using one of these matte shades. I didn't even open this yet, you guys, and I got it last month. You know, one of the reasons that I love DD Signature, I think that her mattes are spectacular, but her shimmers, I think, is where she excels. I definitely love the variety that she gives us in here. You have mostly like mid-tone and light shimmers in here, not too many deep ones. You know, maybe these 3 kind of at the top, this blue here, this pink, and maybe even this one in the corner is kind of a black base shimmer, but the rest of them seem like pretty mid-tone to light shimmers. The reason that I love her shimmers, or why I think she excels so much, is because they're all different formulations. You get really sparkly ones, really chunky ones, you get some translucents, and she does it in every single palette. So every palette has variety. So I'm just thoroughly enjoying her brand, and I love that really she's the only one that's added me to the PR list. But instead of doing live swatches, I'm going to give you guys a close-up of the swatches. I just think that that would be really nice. I just think that the sparklier shades is definitely where my mind is drawn to. So probably one of those and something maybe a little bit more wearable. But I love the colors at the bottom because I love the burgundies and the greens in terms of like matte shades. And so I definitely could use this palette as a standalone palette on an everyday basis for sure. I think I'm a little bit more critical of like an all shimmer palette because sometimes you definitely get repetition in formula and shade. Some of these are just delicious. I definitely already have some favorite shades here. The shade Fierce, which is like the second pink shade, so gorgeous. It's smooth. It doesn't look like it has a lot of fallout. It's not too creamy, but all of these shades are really nice. There's a lot of these that you could probably wear on their own. You're getting the blue, the green, purple, pink, kind of a yellow. You're getting some that are a little bit more translucent, some that have a stronger base to them. And then the second to last shimmer is called Ambassador. It looks very creamy and very chunky, but it is very smooth and it's like sparkly and just, it's like super pretty. It has like the perfect amount of base to it. And these matte shades are intense. They're very pigmented. And upon single swipe, almost all 3 of them held the swipe all the way through. The last one was a little tricky. I had to kind of like double swipe that, but all of these are yummy, yummy, yummy. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna go to the second to last shimmer, Ambassador. But let's swatch those 2 again because upon the swatch, these 2 were my absolute favorite. I'm drawn to like pink shimmers and purple shimmers, but they had a really strong reflect, both of them did, while they both had a really good base about them. So one's just pink and one's kind of just purple, but like the silver sparkle throughout is kind of what gets me. And actually the pink has like different color sparkles throughout. It's not wanting to focus. It's like green sparkles and there's different things going on in there, where maybe even the purple one has like a little bit more blue sparkles to it. Both are just incredibly yummy, but I think we're gonna stick with this Ambassador shade here because we have the purple mattes. I think only having 3 mattes is tricky to pick which color when you have a palette that's got like a lot of different colored shimmers to it, but I think going green, purple, and burgundy was a decent idea for the different colors that you have if you're only gonna give us 3 shades total. So I'm actually gonna start with Equiri. I don't know what this name is or how to pronounce it, but anyway, we're gonna use this purple one. We'll deepen with this one over here because we're gonna use this Ambassador shade right there. So I'm gonna start with the matte shade on a super dense but fluffy brush. And I think I kind of want this lighter, so I'm only gonna dip in once and then diffuse it out. That's basically all I wanna do. I don't want it like super intense, I don't think, so we're just gonna do that much. We're gonna do something simple just to test out how well these blend really, but I love me a primarily shimmer eyeshadow look anyway. I'm gonna deepen this side just a little bit. I'll take a more precise brush to go in the outer corner corner at the end with the deeper burgundy shade. I mean, so far this is blending pretty nicely. We did get a little bit of skipping on the right eye, which I feel like is the eye it always wants to skip on. All right, let's go in with just the finger. This is a really extremely like squishy multi-chrome. It's definitely a flakier shade, so I think it's probably a good idea to use your finger to kind of rub it in to make it smoother because it's just chunky. I'm spraying the brush to go in with the shimmer because I feel like it's gonna make an absolute mess if I try and use my finger, especially with nails on that close to the inner corner. All right, I'm gonna throw it on this eye, but again, I'm kind of rubbing like hard. I hope that it doesn't create a ton of fallout on me because I'm not setting this with any kind of glitter primer, which I have no idea if that's a good or bad thing. This is one of my favorite kinds of shimmers. I call them like mermaidy shades because that's how I feel. It's like purple with blue reflect. I can't tell you why I'm drawn to them. They look like beautiful little pools of water. Maybe that's why. The tiniest bit of fallout on that, you guys. It was gonna happen. All right, I'm just taking what's left over on the brush and just kind of diffusing this purple out a little bit more. Then I'm gonna go in with a tighter packed spectrum brush and go into the Cotier, I don't know how to pronounce the deepest purple shade, just to add it to this outer corner on the bottom on both sides. Now for me, I'm just gonna sharpen the edges because I'm not doing any lower lash line work or lashes today. I just don't feel like it. Plus, it's my daughter's like family dinner tonight, so I don't usually wear lashes to family events. Anyway, I'm in like sparkle heaven right now because this is a gorgeous shade, but the more that I kept playing with it, plus I swatched everything, I just got glitter every freaking where. So I don't know how this compares to volume 1. I think I'm just more critical of like all shimmer palettes in general, even though this isn't like technically an all shimmer palette. It's a primarily shimmer palette. And the reason is because again, you sometimes will get those repetition or like you're pleased with 2 or 3 of the shades and not all of them. So I'll have to play more with this, but just based upon swatching them, I can tell that there's like 5 shades that I would easily grab for on an everyday basis. And that's really important, I think, especially if you're gonna spend money on something that's like this, that is primarily a shimmer palette. Anyway, you guys, I will link this plus everything else in the description box. So if you're interested, I will definitely be trying to find some creator's code. I really should ask Dee Dee if she'll give me a discount code because I like talking about her products on my channel. So anyway, I'll try and do that, but in the meantime, I will list it in the description box for you guys if you're interested in going to check this out because it was available as of yesterday. The cat has entered the room. That is Sasha, my chubby little girl. See her little belly hanging? That cat's my cat, I guess. I adopted her and she follows me everywhere. So she's entered the room. Then my daughter decided she wanted to drop off our other cat. So now both of our cats are in here. Anyway, I threw on my Beauty Bay High Key Mascara. I think we are golden. Oh, and I also wanted to mention, I totally forgot, you guys, that Dee Dee threw in these protective covers over the eyeshadows. I think in every single one of the shades. I think she even threw these over the mattes too. I don't think the mattes came loose either. So nice touch. I know a lot of brands are doing them now over the shimmer shades for transit, but I think she put them over all of them. So that was pretty cool. Now they're fighting. So hold please. All right, you guys, let's get into this foundation. So it's called the Super Stay Up to 30 Hour Wear Lumi Matte Longwear Foundation. And this one comes in 24 shades. It's pretty good for drugstore. It retails for $14.99. It's a light as air formula that feels like nothing on the skin. It resists sweat, water, and transfer and lasts up to 30 hours. That's pretty much it. Formulated with amino acids for a luminous matte finish. So it's everything that I absolutely love in a foundation, especially recently. I love this. Like, I want to hear that it's like the wateriest thing ever. Oh, we're getting a little jiggling going on in there. Anyway, I have mine in the shade 115, which I think is going to be good. You can't swatch these or anything in store, but it looks like it was fairly light and fairly neutral. Like once I buff it out, by the way, my little friend here, I'm going to do like half the face, even though I kind of like went over a little bit. I just kind of want to see what this coverage amount looks like on half the face. I am going to apply this with a sponge on this side. Okay, maybe the shade is like a tad bit dark for me in 115. I don't know where it falls in the range. I'm gonna add a little bit more to my nose. Today was like the first day where I went outside and I felt like, oh no, it's super humid. And more than that, my allergies were on fire, on fire. When I get allergies, it's my eyes that get bothered. Like I'll start scratching the poop out of them. And then once I do, I can't stop. And here in Florida, when the pollen starts falling at one time of the year, it's over. It's over for me. I would it say, you guys, with the amount that I put on, that's a little bit more light buildable. Did it say it was medium coverage? I can't remember on the site. Buildable full coverage that lasts all day. So it's buildable. Okay, I believe that. The lighter weight a foundation is, I think the more buildable it is. Do I like this amount of coverage though? Yes. So am I gonna leave it? Also yes. All right, we know that it starts out a little bit lighter because it's thin. So I think if you like a lighter weight foundation or a lighter coverage foundation, well, both really, but in this case, a lighter coverage foundation, I think you would like how light this can go. If you like it lightweight, it can go lightweight too. I'm gonna pick up what's left and just do right here. I have a tendency to like miss this area like a lot. My friend is still there though. He's not my friend. I don't even know his name. Okay, that's absolutely fabulous. This is more light coverage with the amount that I put on. So I feel like you're gonna do, you know, a pump and a half to get medium coverage out of this. Sometimes, like once you powder certain foundations, like it'll lock onto and it'll make it more full coverage, especially if the powder has like a little bit of coverage, but like not always, not every foundation is like that, but it looks beautiful. It looks very natural. It looks like a luminous matte, but man, it just like sunk into the skin. Hello. All right, next step, you guys, is to go into this Conceal and Perfect. I wonder if this is even like considered as new anymore, because why am I not even seeing it on Ulta's website? I sorted by new arrivals, did I not? They're just throwing all like the exclusive at the top. I love that. This isn't even listed as new anymore. Okay, it's been out for like a month. I get it, but this is still new in my opinion. It's the Correct and Conceal Under Eye Brightening Concealer. It comes in 4 shades and it retails for $14.99. Mine is Light Nude, which is Light 10, I'm pretty sure. And this is the lightest shade. It has one of those like really thin doe foot applicators that are like flexible. I love those. And it's a very lightweight formula upon first swatch. This is actually a little bit peachier than my Cali Ray, but it's very hydrating. Like look, holy smokes, that just rubbed right in. That's great. Let's start on my darker eye, which is, who knows at this point, they're both like extremely dark. That's like light peach to me. I don't know, it looks more pink in here. Maybe that's about right. I'm gonna take the other side of the sponge because it was clean when I started, and we'll just bounce this in. Will it dupe my Cali Ray? That's what I want to know, because that Cali Ray comes in and out of stock constantly. Maybe it's like back in stock for good, but it does such a good job, and I can lay anything on top of it without it creasing or looking too heavy and sinking into, well, or even being too heavy and sinking into the fine lines. My fine lines. That is not as good coverage as the Cali Ray. I will say, like, it neutralized pretty well, but it didn't neutralize everything. I can still see some redness, some blue, like right here. I think it was good, but not great. That's how I feel about this upon first application. The second test here is going to be how well does concealer lay on top of it, since you can't just leave this by itself. It doesn't have enough coverage and it's not neutralizing enough to wear it on its own. So if it's too dang thick, as the day carries on, like it dries out and my concealer sits on top of it, it's just gonna look heavier and heavier. So first test doesn't neutralize everything, especially like on camera. I'm probably brighter than I am when I'm looking in the mirror. And so I think it neutralizes a lot more based on like kind of when I'm looking back, but up close, I do see a lot of blueness still. So comparing it to my Cali Ray, by the way, this shade's a little bit too deep for me in the LYS Triple Fix Serum Concealer, but I still use it, and for whatever reason it still looks full, but I use this thing all the freaking time. But the point is to this, that this is a really thin concealer, so usually anything that I put on top of it, and this concealer never creases on me, it's just really thin and lightweight, and I do like it. I think it's like lighter medium coverage. It's not too intense, but it never settles in, so I don't know, there you go. And when I lay concealers on top of the Cali Ray, I can't even tell that I've done that. Here I can tell a little bit that I added extra coverage to my under eyes, more so than normal. I don't think this is gonna be a slam dunk, just based upon putting it on and it not neutralizing everything. It might be good, but not as good as Cali Ray. So it's not going to replace my Cali Ray. At the current moment though, of course, things could change. Let's move on to this setting powder because I really need to set these under eyes, since now I have 2 layers of product on my face. All right, they're calling this exclusive too and not even calling it new. So this is the Curtain Call Set and Smooth powder, and it retails for $21, and it comes in 7 different shades, which is really cool. And they have also a pink, like a brightening shade as well. I don't have that shade. I have Fair, which is in Bow or Bow, I guess. I think About Face is pretty affordable, but $21. I mean, I guess that's where affordable is at the current moment. So it's a lightweight powder that sets makeup and smooths skin for a soft focus finish with up to 10 hours of breathable wear. A super fine loose powder that doesn't look cakey and provides a shine-free and soft matte finish. Act the part. So it's got more natural alternatives and skin-loving ingredients available in 7 skin tone inclusive shades that effortlessly co-stars the Performer Foundation, oil balancing rice powder, a corn-based organic talc alternative for a cleanly formulated, shine-free and smooth finish. So it's silicone and talc-free. I have to say, when I pulled this out, because I did, it was like, ooh, it's a beefy one. And it's kind of cool packaging. I do enjoy the way that this looks. I opened all of these products because I went in store, and so I could not wait to get home and like play with the stuff. I like to do that. Like when it gets shipped, a lot of times I'll just keep it in the box and then I won't even open it until I start filming with you guys. That was madly satisfying. But usually when I pick it up in store, I'm like, I must get this open immediately. So here's the inside of it. I can't tell what's going on. If it's like sitting on top of the mesh. Oh yeah, there you go. Oh, this looks super duper thin. I want to play with it. Like I want to touch this with my finger. Ooh, that looks oddly satisfying. This is a really cool tone shade. Let's go for it. Oh, my puff picked up a lot. There was a lot sitting on top. Okay, let's just move it around. Move it around, girl. Move it around. That was a little bit too much, I will admit. I'm gonna throw some on this chin that likes to get oily. I'm kind of just doing the right side of my face at the current moment so we can see what this looks like. I would say that this is a cool toned Fair though. It definitely gives me this really cool toned feeling on the skin. I mean, just kind of even looking at the powder, it looks pretty cool toned instead of more sheer or even more white leaning. I like the way that looks. I don't think even with the extra that I just went in that it actually looks too heavy. I don't think it looks bad. I was expecting it to look like dookie and too cakey, and I don't think it did. I think it is making me look like I've got powder on me though. All right, it feels good. It looks good so far. Will it make the makeup last and will the shine stay away? That's the true test. We're gonna do a wear test on this as well because I don't see why you even test foundations on your channel if you're not gonna do a full day's wear test, because that's the point. A lot of them look great going on. They don't all look good as the day goes on, but packaging, so cute. Let's move on to the Juvia's Place blushes. I didn't love all of these shades, so I got a peach shade, which you guys can tell is not gonna match the eye look today, but we gotta go for it because that's what I have on today's docket, so we're doing it. The reason that I got this peach shade is because they just had some like super vibrant shades, which Juvia's Place does. So this actually comes in 8 different shades, which is cool, but none of them looked like pink that I would like. Like hot fuchsia was the only thing that came close, and I was like, no thank you. So this is $16 for these. It's supposed to be soft yet vibrant pop of color, and it's perfect as a companion to every look. It's got 5 stars with 6 reviews at the current moment. It's supposed to be that you can put it on really sheer and barely there, or layer it up to get your extra intensity. It's easily blendable. It says multi-use magic, perfect for cheeks and lips. I won't be doing that. It's supposed to be a lightweight, velvety, smooth, creamy texture that glides on like a dream, leaving your skin feeling soft and hydrated. It's like a second skin, never greasy or heavy, and it's supposed to have a hint of radius and a soft focus effect. So this is what I mean, like all the things that I would love in a cream blush, like blurring, lightweight, radiant. I do like a radiant cream and a radiant liquid blush. So I'm reading more of the descriptions before I pick these up. So this is Peach Please, which we're getting light pink top, unless they're all light pink, and then we're getting peach blush. I just can't remember if they were trying to match the lids to the blushes because they come in a box, and so I don't remember when I looked in store. Oh, I swatched this already. Oopsie. I just kind of wanted to see like how intense the pigment was and how even it was as well. Juvia's Place definitely has a tendency to go pretty pigmented on things. I was a little hesitant to get this at first because of that reason. I just swatched it again because I just swatched it over like the foundation on my hand. See, I think this is actually a lot more sheer and a lot more radiant than I was kind of expecting, which is really good. Yeah, you can tell it's pretty emollient in there. So I'm gonna take a brush and then like dip it off. Oh, I forgot bronzer. Oh well, you know what? We'll skip it. We'll skip it today. We'll just use this blush. It's pretty though. This is what I was hoping it would look like. Creamier, juicier, less intense. This is nice. It's not extremely affordable, but it is nice. I'm gonna mention, I don't love the way that it's sitting over the powder, but you guys saw how much freaking powder I put on my face, so that could be my fault, honestly. It just kind of looks like it's like meshing with the powder. It's not sinking in with it. Meshing? Not meshing. Opposite of meshing. If I don't know, I'd take to the internet all day, every day. Okay, it is that they go together. They're not meshing well, okay? Yeah, it laid way better on this side with less powder. Surprise! Now you know, you might want to powder after or go in with a lighter layer because this one looks a little bit thick on this side. Like a little bit disturbed, especially right here. But otherwise, this is perfect. I like the shade. I like that it's a little bit more sheer, a barely there. I don't think I'm gonna keep layering it to see if I can build up the intensity, but I believe them. And it doesn't go with this eye look at all. All right, I'm just gonna bronze the forehead with the Tower 28 Sculptino. That's all I'm gonna do. Skip the cheeks. I'm not even sure why I bronze my cheeks sometimes because I just throw so much blush over it. It's not really showing up. I would rather just kind of like bronze the forehead. Yeah, that looks spectacular. Let's move on into this highlighter from NYX next. Now the Buttermelt bronzers, fabulous. The Buttermelt blush, great. I like that they're making these a little bit different because the blush and the bronzers, they were colored packaging, so you could tell what it was by the shade, but this time they have them clear. I just thought that that was pretty cool. So these come in a spectacular array of shades. They come in 8 different shades. Now, will they sell all 8? I don't know, because they come in purple, they come in like this blue color, they come in a really deep shade, light shade, all over the place. The shade that I got is the only one that's like pink that I can see. Now the pictures online I don't think are like great representations because like it looks like they're wearing this shade as like a full-on blush topper, and online it looks like a lot darker than I think it actually looks in person. These retail for 12 bucks, which I think is the same price as the other ones. It's supposed to melt right into the skin and it's supposed to give you transfer and fade resistance up to 12-hour with no fallout. Okay. It says high impact pearl that melts right in for a butted up skin. These smooth shimmers are buildable and buttery soft for a seamless glow. Oh, top it off with a multi-chrome topper shade for a butta glitz. Okay, it's got the same mango butter, shea butter, almond butter, all of that stuff in here like the other ones do. This doesn't claim to have like talc in it, but the blushes and the bronzer do. I believe these have shea, almond, and mango butters, which I think the other ones do as well. It's got 4.8 stars and 287 reviews, but I hadn't realized that some of these shades were like straight up multi-chrome. But I guess like the minty shade definitely looks multi-chrome. I opened this, but I didn't swatch it yet. Did I? Yes, I did. I did swatch it a little bit. Let's swatch it out. It's pretty intense. It's got a pretty strong base. Like you could almost wear this as like a straight up blush topper in this particular shade. I'm just loving pink highlighters. Right now, it's pretty much like all I'm grabbing for, to be honest. I don't know where the swing or the shift happened. Ooh, look how pigmented that is. Man, all of these Buttermelt products are so freaking pigmented and intense. I love it. I love it. I love it. Look how freaking pretty that is. Oh, it doesn't emphasize too much texture. And I don't think it looks, I'm trying to look back on the viewfinder. It doesn't look metallic. I don't think. I think it looks really smooth and not glittery. Is it glittery? I don't think it's glittery. I think it's just like pearlescent. It's pretty intense, but it's pretty. No sparkles, and yeah, melts right into the skin. This though, I think is so pigmented in this shade that it's gonna be a blush topper for a lot of people. I mean, kind of even the way that I'm wearing it now and how much I put on, it's a lot like a blush topper. I took the top, but man, it took up like a lot of the blush. I mean, I was like doing broad strokes, but the point is like, doesn't that look absolutely fabulous? Like if you really like an intense highlight, this is really good. These Buttermelt products that they came out with, I have to say, they didn't disappoint. I think they've been a banger in each one of them. The blush may be my least favorite, believe it or not, because I think they're a little bit too intense in a lot of their shades, except maybe the lightest one, which I almost picked up when I bought this order. I mean, I'm obviously gonna have to keep wearing this, but I almost feel like this is gonna be one of my favorite highlighters in my collection. Like this is a standout. A standout. My back is killing me. My back is just starting to hurt. Okay, these guys are retail for $25 and they're coming in 6 different shades is what I see. And I got 2 of them, Flamingo Fling and Fenty Glow. So the Flamingo Fling is like the lightest pink shade in the line. And then then the Fenty Glow is your kind of like brownie orange shade. The one that I wanted, I'm not even kidding, was the shimmering lavender. It's called Ice Amethyst. I just thought it looked so pretty with those sparkles, but they were totally out. Oh, and Fussy was the other one. The shimmering dusty pink. I said Riri. That's not in these. We must get these on. I'm pretty sure we're gonna end up with Flamingo Fling. These are like the same formula as the other ones since I have already put this on. Same exact packaging too, except sparkly. So you can tell the difference between which one if you have both in your collection, and I do. I wanna say I have, is it Fussy? I think that's the shade that I have. Let's start with this one, because this one in Fenty Glow, I don't think I've tried this one yet. I don't think I put this one on my lips. Ooh, do you guys see the sparkle? Like even on the swatch? So good. And here's the bullet. I mean, they're in there, but they're so fine. These are a banger too. Like, look how well you can see these sparkles. What a base this has. It's a stickier formula on the lip, so it grips. So this has a tendency to stay longer. Oh, and by the way, I think the other ones, the Gloss Bomb Sticks, they don't last as long. The ones without glitter actually are not as sticky of a formula. So I find the one shade that I have actually does fade off pretty quickly. So it's kind of like nice to just apply and reapply and reapply because it's so smooth, but it doesn't have good lasting power. These ones have way better lasting power. I think I've worn this one a couple of times now because I got it when we were like traveling. Anyway, let's get back to this. This is fabulous looking, but you can feel the glitter in it. Like that's the only thing. If you just absolutely do not like the feeling of the glitter on your lips, you're not gonna like these. I think there are some that do a terrible job and they're so gritty they hurt. I don't feel that way about this. I can tolerate this, but I can feel it. So, but man, is it pretty. Oh, and by the way, I don't think these like fill in your lip lines or anything. Neither did the other one really. I think that the ones without sparkle did a little bit better. There's so much sparkle on these. Like she threw that sparkle in it. Now I thought I was gonna regret getting Fenty Glow because it's kind of a brownie shade, even though that was the very first shade I had in the gloss bombs, but it was never my favorite. But now that I just put that on, I think that's actually very pretty. Here's the one I have tried on in Flamingo Fling. Oh, I had it backward. I've worn this one and not this one. That's right. Girl, you tripping. See here, it looks untainted. Okay, I haven't put this one on yet. Why did I think that I had? Maybe it's because this is actually a really pretty shade and not too brownie orange on me, where usually orange looks absolutely awful. Okay, this one I'm questioning. No, I like it. I just love it. These have blue glitters in them, so I think that blue glitters in any color is just really quite flattering. See the light reflect is almost blue leaning, and I think that this is like cool enough and deep enough that it's not that frosty ass light pink, which I think looks absolutely awful. So I bet, I'm just guessing, but I bet you I would love every freaking single shade. Ooh, I shouldn't say that, because then I'll want every single shade. Anyway, that's beautiful. I'm really enjoying everything that I put on my face. This was a home run. I have not felt so good about slowing down and reading the descriptions and making smarter purchases so much before, since I started collecting my makeup and doing my makeup channel, I don't know, 3-4 years ago at this particular point. So anyway, I'm gonna show you guys what this looks like in natural light so you can see the foundation. We will come back at the very end of the evening so I can do a quick wrap up with you guys and give you the wear test results on this foundation. But also, you guys, if you're done watching and you're not going to stick around to the wear test, just remember for the giveaway for that Bon Parfumeur collection gift set, you're going to get the 30 different samples of their perfume, some of their most popular ones. They come out with the set again around the holiday time. This is not on their site currently. I don't know how much they retail for normally because I missed it, because their note, they sent this to me, I think in like November or the early part of December. And I just didn't get around to filming because it says Merry Christmas, Carrie on it. I'm gonna keep one for myself because I'm very excited to test these out. Honestly, it's been crazy for me, so I haven't had time. But again, if you are interested, just put a comment down below of your favorite video that I posted. I hope you guys are enjoying so far. I will see you guys back here at the very end of the evening. Hello and welcome back, you guys. It's been a freaking long day. Okay, long day. This eyeshadow glitter is definitely like all over my under eyes, but the shadow itself held up. I would say there's no creasing because I didn't put like a glitter primer on. The foundation looks pretty good. I'm not overly dewy or greasy. Oh, so good. so good. It's been a long night, and also I've been drinking, so there's that. Here's my glasses. I hate these. I just got them, and ooh, I feel like they make me look like an old lady. Anyway, but I think that the foundation is absolutely fabulous. I want to say that I don't think it's like the most long-lasting foundation that I have, but I think that it was really good for like 6, 7, 8 hours, because I put this on pretty early. Actually, no, I didn't today. That's right. I probably put this on around like 11:30 noon, so it's just after 9 o'clock now. It's actually probably 9:30, so probably like 6 hours. It was like really good. It was solid. It didn't even look very worn in when I was wearing it. I'll stop and I'll show you guys what it looked like at 2 hours, but honestly, my camera, I don't know that it shows like how well it was wearing. Maybe it shows more of like the texture on my face, but it looked very natural. I was just recording and I didn't hit the record button. Anyway, it's been like 2 hours and I have the rear facing camera on, so I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea if I'm even in center frame, but I'm trying to show you guys like what it looks like in like natural light. I think not only does the foundation look fabulous, but the powder on top of it also looks like amazing. Like it really does make it look super smooth, and I'm really liking it. Anytime like I'm like up against this, I just feel like you see a lot of texture on my face, but that's just kind of the way it goes. But otherwise, I think it's like really smooth and flawless, and I don't know. So far, I'm just like loving it. Again, it's been like 2 hours. Probably the next check-in I'll just do is at the end of the night so you guys can see how this looks. Okay, bye. But I will say that like now, where we're over 9 hours, maybe into the 10-hour mark, I think that it wears down really well. I just don't think it was like a super long-lasting coverage. I want to say though that this powder, I feel like it helped it, and it was smoothing for a really long time. Again, like that 6-hour mark was absolutely golden. I'm gonna throw my lippy back on. By the way, I had like several vodka cranberries. We went out to dinner with my family tonight. It was my daughter's 17th birthday dinner. She already like had her party, but we did a dinner. So anyway, that's that. These lippies are a 10 out of 10. I highly recommend them. The foundation, I can tell I'm gonna like this. The way that it breaks down naturally is really beautiful. The highlighter, I still feel like you can see. Oh, and by the way, we laid down a little bit before we went to this family dinner, so that was fabulous. I'm liking everything. Even the blush, I feel like faded super duper graciously. It looks really natural as it faded. I will say that the more that the highlighter broke down, the sparklier it got. I didn't even notice the sparkles when I was putting it on, but now I just see like a bunch of sparkles on my face. I think the thing I liked the least was the Correct and Conceal from Essence. I don't think that this did that much. And part of it is that I just don't think it had enough coverage upon initial application. I think that laying stuff on top of it, it didn't look too heavy, which I think is important for you guys if you're, look at this little hair. If you guys are interested in layering these products up. But for me personally, I didn't think that it did enough on the front end that I'm probably gonna just love this product. I'm just like loving my Cali Ray, and nothing has beat it. I'm just wondering, like, can you wear this on its own? I mean, you probably can, but it's just not super high coverage. I'm just thinking, like, can you wear this to the point of like layering it a couple of times by itself and then leaving it? Like the Cali Ray, which is technically like a concealer. I mean, I don't know. It's lightweight enough though that putting something on top of it didn't bother me at all, and usually I'm like super sensitive to that. So if you like something that's lighter coverage, I think it's really good. I had a really good wear test though. I had a really good wear day, especially this eyeshadow. I don't know. This is one of her better performing palettes in my personal opinion. The glitter fallout was like minimal compared to like what it could be, especially because we're entering like the 10-hour time frame at the current moment. Guys, I have to say, it's worth it. It's beautiful. We know Maybelline can do a good job about face as a performer foundation. I think this is fabulous. You could have called this the performer powder and it would have been so good. Packaging is also super duper cool and cute. These are freaking fantastic. I cannot lie. I love the heck out of these things. Like, look how freaking sparkly these things are. It's too much. It's too much. I love it. I love this freaking highlighter. Oh my gosh, it wasn't even metallic. It was just like, I was glistening to the moon. I actually really enjoyed the Juvia's Place blush. I thought I would dislike this the most. Even though I still bought it, I definitely thought to myself, this is not going to be the favorite thing of today. And I enjoyed the shit out of this. I thought that this was really good, and I love the way that this fades naturally. Sometimes these cream blush can fade unevenly, and this wasn't doing that at all. It's such a good texture too. And the Chromebook, gonna have a lot of fun with these shimmers. I can tell you right now, this is one of my favorite shimmers that I'm wearing on my eyes today. I have a couple of singles that look just like this, but this Ambassador shade, delicious, freaking fab. Fab, fab, fab. I'm telling you guys, slow down on your purchases. Even if it's from a brand that you like, think about what it says, read the description. I'm finding that specifically my purchases, I'm enjoying so much more because I'm just paying more attention to what the claims say instead of just going, oh my gosh, it's blah brand, and I'm enjoying them so much more. I think the thing that I liked the least, and not that it was bad, but just that it didn't do enough for me, was the Essence Correct and Conceal Under Eye Brightener. Everything else I'm thoroughly gonna enjoy, and these little suckers, ooh, I'm gonna get so much use out of these. Honestly, I want every single shade of these Fenty Gloss Bomb Sticks in the High-Shimmer formula. That is all for today. I hope today and today's wear test was helpful for you guys. I hope you enjoyed tuning in to this video and my channel. If you guys are not currently subscribed, I'd love to see you subscribe, you guys. I'm out of here for tonight, and I hope to catch you all in my next video. Bye, guys.